The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, everyone. This is Vanish from WSI ALM, joined by my colleague Armando Alas.
Good morning, everyone. Great to be here on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Kind of cloudy here in Toronto, but beautiful nevertheless. A bit cold and rainy.
Good stuff. So thanks for joining us. I know today's sort of a special webinar. We have a guest speaker that's going to be joining us, Matt Irving from BigCommerce. He's got a pretty exciting demo lined up. You all know that e-commerce can be a pretty huge challenge as far as implementing it for our clients is concerned, and there's just a whole bunch of issues that come across when we are trying to build everything from scratch. So BigCommerce offers a pretty interesting solution where everything's kind of like prepackaged and it's ready to go. So Matt's going to be definitely talking more about it, and I know that this is a sort of like a burning topic with a lot of the that we interact with in terms of how we can potentially make e-commerce deployment a lot easier, and that's one of the reasons why BigCommerce definitely got our attention. Thanks to the corporate office at WSI for demoing BigCommerce at the convention. Seems like a great product, and Matt's definitely going to be talking more about it later on today. Excellent. So we're going to be following our usual format for our LaunchPad edition. We got some breaking news today, so we're definitely going to be covering that. So we'll try and cover our news segment in probably the first 15 or 20 minutes, and then after that we'd be introducing Matt, and then essentially talking a lot more about BigCommerce, as well as giving you tons of opportunity to ask a whole bunch of questions towards the end of the webinar. All right, good stuff. So let's get started here. So the first news item for the week that we wanted to share with you was the ad revenue that we are seeing across the digital space, as reported by the Interactive Advertising Bureau and PricewaterhouseCoopers in their latest Internet Ad Revenue Report. So there's something interesting that's going on over here, and again, for all of the ICs that are finding it a challenge to convince clients and prospects as to start shifting budgets over to mobile, here's another statistic. So if you look at the first half of 2013 in terms of ad spends and ad formats, and you compare it to the first half of 2014, you'll see that there's been a distinct shift. So if you look at search was approximately 43% of the total spends that were taking place in 2013, whereas in 2014 that's actually dropped down to 39%. So that's been a significant shift as far as the spends are concerned, right? And then when you're looking at mobile, here's the other interesting stat that's coming out. So mobile was 15% of ad spends in 2013. And that's gone up by a whopping 8%. And now mobile in 2014 has accounted for almost 23% of ad spends that are taking place. And the report actually splits up the mobile spends. So you can see that out of the 23% chunk that mobile has, 51% is coming from search, 47% is coming out of display, and then there's other formats for about 2% that account for the rest of the spends. So again, this is a great stat for you to showcase in your presentations with your prospects, your clients, so as to convince them to get more mobile as far as their efforts are concerned, acknowledge the power of mobile, get more mobile-friendly websites, make sure that the websites are rendering properly on mobile devices, are responsive, and potentially even looking at a mobile strategy per se. You know, if you're doing pay-per-click advertising, make sure that you have mobile ads that are separated from desktop ads. That's very important. Google's also now giving you the opportunity to bid separately for mobile and for desktop. So just make sure that you're taking advantage and use this statistic to your benefit, to your advantage. All right, so the other breaking news that we have is that Google has released Penguin 3.0 officially. So this happened on Friday last. There was some news. I know Dave Steer reported this first in the Google groups of some activity with some of his clients with Penguin 3.0, and it was then confirmed later on by Search Engine Land plus some of the other industry news sources and sites as well. So Penguin 3.0 is officially out, and lots of sites that have either benefited from utilizing Google's disavow tool So if you had disavowed some of your spammy links, some of your bad links, then you should be noticing an impact as far as this particular update is concerned. Now, bear in mind that if you had done your disavow probably 2 or 3 weeks prior, then you would not have been impacted by this update. You'd probably have to wait for the next one. But of what we've heard of Google, most likely what's going to happen is that the updates are going to get more frequent as opposed to this particular update that took a pretty long time. Now the updates are going to get more frequent with Penguin. So fingers crossed on that one. But it'd be pretty interesting to see and observe what's happened with some of your clients. If they've benefited from this update, they've lost out on positions or what have you. We'll keep reporting on Penguin 3.0 as it rolls out and report on some of the winners and the losers in the industry. Great. So the other news item we wanted to talk about was Google continually testing mobile-friendly notices in the search results. So again, if you remember our LaunchPad webinar a couple of weeks back, we'd showcased how Google's now showing a little mobile-friendly icon next to the search results. And if your website is not found to be mobile-friendly, there's a tablet tab with a cross against it, which is essentially telling the user that this site is not mobile-friendly before they even access the website. Again, Google's all about user experience. So they are now doing some additional testing on mobile-friendly notices. So Search Engine Land reported this a couple of days back, where they're seeing an actual text message that's coming out in front of their website. As you can see over here in the screenshot, it says searchengineland.com, and then there's a text message that says mobile-friendly. And Google's taking it a step further. They're even putting a mobile-friendly text message against their site links that are getting displayed under their search result. So they're not just highlighting mobile-friendly in the actual description tag, but they're also putting the mobile-friendly tab even on the site link extensions. Again, trying to tell the visitors, giving a very clear message to the visitors as to whether this particular site's mobile-friendly or not. For good user experience. You can take all of this information and definitely start convincing the visitors as well as your clients, I'm sorry, not the visitors, your clients and your prospects to start getting their sites mobile friendly if they're not, because this is definitely something that Google's taking very seriously. All right, and I just wanted to add in that we have some specials going on for converting your sites or making them responsive. This is a free responsive upgrade that we basically putting out there till the end of the year, so definitely take advantage of that. Do get in touch with either Armando or us at info@wsilm.com and take advantage of this complimentary free responsive upgrade for your projects as far as your website development is concerned. So the other news item was the Moz local ranking factor study that came out. Again, this is done by David Mim, and as you know, David Mim and his whole company got bought out by Moz a couple of years back for $1 million. They got acquired by Moz, and David Mim's now a Moz employee. And even prior to him being associated with Moz, the local ranking factor study was something that the entire industry would be waiting for, because David Mim does a great job of taking in all the feedback and looking at a whole bunch of signals across the industry and then putting in his local ranking factor study. And that just recently came out for 2014. So there's tons of information, tons of data sets. You can go to moz.com and get a lot of information from there. But there's primarily 3 things that are standing out from this year's study. The first thing is that behavioral signals like click-through rate, like average time on site, average pages, load time are definitely a ranking factor this year more than the others, right? So it's very important to look at behavioral signals, looking at all of these different aspects as far as Google Analytics is concerned for your website. With Pigeon's release, a lot of the experts are saying that domain authority is more of a signal. So keep monitoring your domain authority, ensure that you're doing all of the right things to make your domain more trusted, and increasing your domain authority. That can be tracked again utilizing Moz. It gives you a DA score that you can be analyzing. And as far as local searches are concerned, Google may have tuned up the proximity to the searcher factor as well. So depending on where the searcher is located, the results that are closest to the searcher might have a bit of an advantage in showing up higher than some of the other search results. We also reported that proximity to the centroid is also an advantage. So the more, the closer you are to your city center, it's definitely an advantage for you because Google's definitely tending to give importance to that, and they've kind of ramped that up. So these were like some of the big takeaways that came out of the Local Ranking Factors 2014 study by David Min. But there's tons of other information, so I do definitely encourage you to go on to moz.com and take a deep dive into the study. There's a lot of useful stats on this particular study. Great. Well, without further ado, I'd like to introduce our special guest for this week. Matt Irving from BigCommerce has joined us this week so as to give us a demo on BigCommerce. They made their debut at the Global Convention in Boca and launched this particular e-commerce platform. Seems to be a great platform. I know there's tons of buzz about this platform. So Matt, take it away. Armando?
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having me this morning. It is not very rainy and cold here in Texas, so it's a lot of sunshine and still pretty warm. So thank you so much for having me this morning. I think we're getting presentation access here, and we'll go from there.
Yep, Matt, I'm just making you the presenter. Give me one sec.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yep, all yours.
Excellent, excellent. Well, guys, thank you again for hosting us. We're excited to be here at really part of the WSI family now, and really excited to help you help really accelerate your e-commerce line of business. What we've done is we've created a e-commerce platform that you can use to build out websites. You can incorporate your existing services of digital consulting, SEO, marketing, web design, development. And what we've done is we've partnered with your production centers to really make this very turnkey. So our platform is a SaaS-based solution, software as a service, which really allows you the benefits of a really strong platform, very feature-rich, world-class features and infrastructure that can really help support clients of all sizes. We have people that are just starting out selling products, all the way to our enterprise offering, which is more dedicated account management and things like that. And really getting into high annual revenues, tens of millions. One thing that makes us very unique in the market is that we've developed out this infrastructure that has so many great features that can be scaled within a business. And so things like gift cards, things like promotional gift certificates, the ability to do multiple customer groups for offering things like wholesale. And what's interesting is that it allows you to even open up where you would have typically seen e-commerce as B2C as really then opening up into B2B areas as well. And so what we're excited about is really being able to show you the power of the platform, and just kind of want to go through just a couple of examples. Many of you that we met at the Boca conference, we showed you this site. This is Fugo. They're an outdoor speaker brand. This can show you kind of the level of customization that can be done with BigCommerce. So very flexible. You're seeing HTML5 video. So the designer developer had full access to all of their XML sitemap information to really help with rankings and really what this looks like. It's very fast and responsive, and all these assets are being delivered through our content delivery network. So a big difference, right, of a hosted versus a SaaS solution is typically in a hosted environment you would be having to pay for the bandwidth and all of the infrastructure to deliver and everything like that. We've taken care of that and allowed you to really kind of tell that brand story. Again, we have clients of all different sizes and all different complexities. I'll give you an example that maybe you wouldn't typically see, and or you probably wouldn't think about e-commerce. but this is actually a site that that actually hosts an e-learning platform. So I can go in, I can pick out classes, I can go take this out, I can even take advantage of a lot of these downloadable products. Again, really strong platform, really built in and being able to support clients of all different sizes. One of the big powerful messages of BigCommerce as well, and this wouldn't be a demo if I didn't have some kind of error here, but one of the big advantages of BigCommerce as well is having an admin panel that an end client can use, right? That they can work with, that they can manage their orders, they can manage their products and customers. But what's really unique as well is that we offer the ability for user permission roles, so I can create users for my clients as an IC that really give them access to the things that they want to see, and then as well as from an IC standpoint, I can moderate the web page content. I can go in and I can go look at their SEO information. I can provide them strong analytics numbers to continue to show that ROI. And for us, we offer a wide range of price points that can really be baked into your IC offerings and be baked in your pitches. As a way to really get started, what we've done is we've put together some great quick start guides, really for independent consultants to really look at how to bring this into their offering and get started. And really, as an IC for you to get started with BigCommerce, I would like to set up just a one-on-one appointment with you, just to activate what is your partner portal. This is it's going to be kind of your mission control area for being able to manage commissions, be able to create trials. But for every one of your clients, you'd be able to go in here, purchase out a client store, fill out a quick form, and then being able to launch a store within minutes. So very much looking forward to work with you guys, and we'll be making a lot of our materials available within K2 as well. And kind of with that, I'd like to open it up for some questions. I know Armando was very excited about a grilling opportunity, so I'd like to open this up and even hear how we can be a benefit for you guys. Again, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you, Matt, for that introduction. I think a lot of the questions that you'll hear today are really top level. There are some very unique questions, but if you can, basically, would you mind giving us a bit of an overview of the BigCommerce solution? You kind of explained to us some of the things, but if you can just tell us, some of the big points or benefits that, let's say, BigCommerce offers its clients as a solution. For most of the ICs in the WSI network, basically we tend to use either Magento, Virtuamart, OS Commerce, also the WooCommerce, and we've had projects with BigCommerce. We don't have a lot of them, so perhaps you can share a little bit about the overview of BigCommerce and the whole concept of SaaS, right? Because what is the advantage to the client and also to the IC in regards to pitching this or recommending the solution?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and answer that, Matt. Please increase your screen size. Some of the ICs are saying that your screen size is a little small. It's okay. It appears to be okay from my side. Just make it full screen. Yes.
Let me present from the current slide.
Thanks.
Is that better?
Can
you guys see this okay? Or let's do this. Let's duplicate the slideshow.
Mark, let us know if the size is okay now. Matt's gone into a full screen mode, so let us know if that works. And we're getting a lot of questions. Okay, good. Yeah, it's good now. And we're getting a lot of questions, Matt, so we'll take the questions towards the end of the webinar. ICs, please feel free to put your questions in the chat box. We'll address every one of these questions.
Perfect.
Right.
Well, so a big difference with BigCommerce really as it relates to a platform, and I'm just going to turn off this automatic slideshow. So a big advantage of really using SaaS really has to do with the ability of being able to offer out a very rich feature segment. So a web project that generally comes in, you look at it kind of in two different ways. You can look at the platform and the project that is going to be a fully custom solution. So you're going to have to build everything. You're going to have to support it. You're going to have to build out the features. You're going to have to build out the infrastructure to deliver those features and everything that's getting out. And so you would compare those to like your Magentos, or if you're a .NET shop, you think about Extron. There's a lot of players in that space. The burden of entry is generally pretty high because you're having to pay for hosting and a lot of those services and really kind of make that happen. On the flip side, you have more off-the-shelf type solutions, and so we would really look at those as micro-commerce solutions. So you think about like WooCommerce, for example, or Wix. Great platforms to build websites on top of. But really, whenever you start adding in complexity of e-commerce and really starting to add in a lot of those new features, an accounting system, a point-of-sale system, whatever that may be, you start really testing the limits of that platform. And in terms of revenue and really going into that, one of the big advantages of using a SaaS-based solution like us is that we've created the infrastructure, those features, that infrastructure that your websites can sit on top of. And then then it just becomes, as we look at pricing, we've really looked at our strategy more around features around where the business is. So where does the business stand today? Are they in need of a lot of API headroom? Are they at a point where they have a point of sale system? Do they work with an accounting system? Those kind of questions, and we've actually built this into our independent consultant guides, which we'll be hosting on K2 as well. But this gives you a really good insight of where does this business sit today, and how can we deliver the features that not only meet their needs today, but even the bigger question, where are they headed? How can we help them grow? And like in IC, we love the messaging of we simplify the internet. And really what we're excited about is really helping to simplify e-commerce for you guys. And where the headache often comes of server infrastructure and a lot of those big challenges, we've addressed in our solution and really bring that at a price point that really makes sense for your end clients. So this slide in particular really gives you an idea of all the things that you can scale up a big commerce site for your clients. You can not only manage the store, you can tie into their shipping needs, you can work with their ERP integrations, and we've forged some world-class partnerships that really help us to do things like rich pins, which we just announced. We announced our partnership with Alibaba for site listing and a marketplace strategy. And the cool thing from an IC standpoint is, okay, well, there's this great website and all these features, but really, how do I sell into that? Well, like, what does that look like? And as an IC, you can offer your SEO services, you can offer your digital marketing services. You're going to be that brand advocate day in and day out, helping that client grow from cradle to success. And that's really the exciting part of the partnership that we're very, very excited about with this.
Okay, thanks, Matt. Now, talk to me a little bit about, let's say, as an IC, how would the model, just looking at the top level, you mentioned that obviously you do have the technology, the shell, let's say the e-commerce shell with all these different applications. So, from a design and build perspective, how does it actually work? Does the IC bring directly the project to you, or does the IC work with a production team to develop the design and then merely plug it in everything from the back? How does that that relationship actually work?
Yeah, that's a great question. So what we've done is we've created a very simple workflow that will allow your ICs the ability to go into their partner portal. They'll start a site. They'll add their production center as a user that can build and develop it on the site. As a WSI IC, you actually have our highest level of commission, and so there's a lot of great benefits that we've laid out within K2 that is really continue to help make that into a really strong partnership, and so yeah, the IC goes into their partner portal. They start a trial. They add their production center as a user for the development and customization, and then the project. Once a project is ready to be launched, you're able to add in the user, and we're going from there. A big difference between us and many players in the space is that we do not have design development resources for end clients. So we really leverage our partner network and really leverage that relationship to really meet the needs of our clients. And so that's one of the biggest things that we're really excited about in the partnership. Is it's a partnership that makes sense on both sides.
Okay, so my understanding is basically the IC would, once they have a client that's interested in the BigCommerce solution, obviously with the specs, they work it out with the portal, open up a new project, and pretty much they can take on from there. At that stage, they can definitely assign whether they want to work with the production team or not to do the delivery. Unless the IC is willing to do it themselves, you would recommend them working with the production team, or how, I mean, can an IC pretty much take it from beginning to end, a project?
Yeah, so if you're an IC that has development resources internally, we'd be happy to work with your development teams to be able to build on top of the platform. If you have clients that are even looking for, and my PowerPoint's kind of acting up here, but the advantage, I think, is as an IC is that you're going to be able to work within your existing workflow, right? You're going to be able to go to production centers that you work with a lot for those design, development, customizations. And if you have clients that are maybe more entry level, more just getting started within their web presence, and maybe they're looking at a template. You could even start out building that store. You add on a template, and they're up and running. To give you an example, this was a website that I started earlier today that just has very minimal products. My wife and I just had a little girl, so I've got baby on the brain, but this will give you an idea of just a raw template. I can add in images. I can build around products. I can change things up very quickly. I've got things like footers and banners that I can move around, and all this is being controlled via our admin panel. And so I'm able to then go inside and make those tweaks and customizations.
Okay. Excellent. Mm-hmm. And do you mind giving us a bit of a more in depth in the back end? Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about the different sections, just briefly on the capabilities of and the user friendliness that the IC and the client can pretty much manage. One setup can manage their e-commerce.
Yeah, definitely. So this is our admin panel. So again, you as an IC would have access to be able to create users. You can build out the permissions. So things that are available. So you have the ability to view orders, be able to export orders, being able to manage your products. So you can import those via CSV, or being able to manage those within the admin panel. Same thing with customer groups, being able to work with your customers, being able to add those, build out your customer group segments, importing and exporting out customers. Web content, being able to manage static web pages, your blog, your image managers. One thing that ICs I think will be very interested in is the marketing tab of being able to leverage your SEO assets, being able to look at an AdWord planner, being able to look at shopping comparison sites that are built into this as well, and then lastly our analytics area, which is very, very powerful and can offer some great insights for your clients. On the high end of a lot of your clients on the enterprise, we can even show you what those enterprise level insights and analytics look like in a one-on-one consultation. Then we're really getting in further. I mean, your ability to customize your store, being able to set up stores, managing your DNS records, SSL certificates, all of those good things, as well as the design elements. So being able to look at our theme marketplace, being able to manage the look and feel. Again, there's really just a lot of different things that you can do to really meet your clients' needs. One thing that we're actually working with each of the production centers on is what's out of the box our developer theme blueprint, which allows for some very, very great customizations. It's by default responsive, and so it makes a very great platform for really scaling out a website that's already responsive ready.
Perfect. So yeah, that answers one of the questions that we had. That by nature, the out-of-the-box solution, it's already responsive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
and that's utilizing our developer-friendly theme.
Okay, excellent. Now, let's say the client desires, or his goal is to have his own look and feel, and basically works with a designer or a design team or a production team to develop a very unique look and feel to his e-commerce that that meets his brands or represents his brand. Once you have, I guess, those PSD files, those design files, is it easy to integrate into the solution? Maybe you can kind of give us a top level overview of how that process flow will work.
Yeah, absolutely. So we offer fully customizable HTML and CSS.
Okay.
The back end and core is built in. Is a system of PHP global variables, but within the HTML and CSS, you'd be able to go in, start slicing out those files from a CSS standpoint, applying that branding, building that website out.
Ah, perfect. Okay, so it's very so it's a very easy to use system, and it has that flexibility. Whether, like you said, you are using templates provided, or you can actually fully customize it, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Now, the other question that we have is in regards to in the marketplace. Like you said, there's a lot of players out there, and obviously BigCommerce is one of them. So what would you say, with the level of sophistication and also flexibility that the e-commerce shell has, what would you say are your top main competitors that are out there that you can see yourself competing for that market space? Is it very small, e-commerce sites with 50 products, 100 products, 500 products? I mean, where do you see that BigCommerce is most useful and beneficial to the end client?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think whenever you look at when you look at that space, there's a Again, kind of what I was alluding to earlier. You have kind of the micro-commerce segment that a client is just starting out. They're building out a website. They're maybe selling a few products. I mean, even product count in these days is a little different with landing page optimization. You're building out brand strategies even around a small number of products. You think about Fugo, right? Fugo is a fairly large brand, and they only have 3 products. And so what's really interesting is, rather than looking at it through product count, we really look at it where the business is, what their needs are. We can support startups, and we can and really start really helping us support even those hiring clients that you have as well. The big advantage for us is there are a lot of competitors that maybe play as a client is launching a website. So I would think of Wix, maybe like a Shopify or a WooCommerce and WordPress as clients are getting started. And then on the upper end, I mean, there are a lot of competitors within that space as well. I think for us, our big differentiation is we're really excited about the service. We offer a very workable solution and platform from a production center standpoint, and offer a lot of advantages for an IC to be able to leverage BigCommerce for their clients to tell their clients' brand stories.
Perfect. So apart from what you're saying is, apart from being able to meet the micro-commerce market, you can pretty much, the sky's the limit. You can kind of take it to a company, like you said, that can integrate with their POS or integrate with their accounting system as well. So you do have some
Absolutely.
flexibility there. Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah, and I think a challenge often, right, is as an IC, whenever you add in complexity, it can be tough to work that client in the long term, right? Because maybe the platform that you're on doesn't support this integration, or it doesn't have the ability for you to add on this feature, or and maybe that ends up being kind of a deal breaker, and either you lose the client or whatever that looks like. And so what we've done is we've actually even built out this really expansive API that you can make in those kind of integrations, and we're here to help support your production centers to be able to look at those clients, be able to profile, and be able to recommend a solution that not only meets their needs where they are today, but really can help meet their needs in the coming seasons, in the coming years, and so on.
Perfect. And kind of moving on in regards to the level of the pricing structure, I know that actually before we move on, I just had a question that was assigned to us in regards to trying to compare BigCommerce with Shopify. We do have a section of the WSI network, a group of ICs that are very in tune with Shopify, and they kind of wanted to know what are some of the pros and cons in regards to BigCommerce versus Shopify, because as you know, Shopify also continues to grow. So just wanted to get your take on that.
Yeah, definitely. For us, we do overlap in our market. So really with that, I mean, there are some pretty big differences. I mean, for us, we haven't a lot of baked-in features that on Shopify you're typically going to have to buy in as additional add-ons or items. We have third-party integrations, but those third-party integrations aren't things like customer groups or gift cards or anything like that. We have those built in, and so yeah, we built in many of those features that you would typically have to build on as an add-on, and there are other platforms like Shopify that kind of follow that's a similar model. The big thing again for us is we give you we have really positioned our platform to really be that platform that a business can grow in and be able to develop in, and so we've seen a lot of success in being able to offer a SEO friendly, a very intuitive platform itself from production center level to a marketing service company, and really being able to give you guys a tool that can really grow with your clients and really complement your digital practice. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, what you're saying is that your solution has more already features as default, right? They're already within the system as opposed to you needing to add any add-ons, right? Okay, excellent. And if we go now into the pricing structure, talk to us a little bit about some of the pricing models that you have. I know that you have your silver, gold, and platinum, and with a lot of different features. And perhaps you can kind of give us a bit of a rundown on where you see, for example, a client with 5 products, a client with 50 products, and a client with 100 products, or so on. Or how does your model work in essence in your pricing structure? Is it based on the number of tools they have, et cetera?
So each of our plans are unlimited products. We really look at it as where the business is currently. And so the way that I would look at it more is what are the goals of the business right now? What does their annual revenue look like? What are their current needs? That needs analysis that each of the ICs are really doing. Our entry-level package is around $30 US per month. That's our only plan that really has a transaction fee on it. And this is really built for those startups that are really just getting started, maybe even kind of testing out a product, maybe even a service line. Then we really kind of grow plans and features really kind of where that's headed. So in our gold plan, we add in things like the abandoned cart saver, so your ability to recover a sale that might have otherwise been lost whenever a client, so an end user goes to a website, they made it all the way to the cart page, and then for whatever reason they had to step away. With abandoned cart that's already built into BigCommerce, this actually gives you the ability to market to that customer and be able to recover that sale. And so that we've got some great stats and some great sales material that we can give you as an IC as you have those conversations of, how can we help you with your conversion ratings? How can we help you, really grow your business? What do the funnels will look like? And then really being able to help that business continue to grow. And then platinum, where a business that maybe has a point of sale system, maybe they have a shipping integration, maybe an accounting integration. They're looking for they're starting to really expand their business line. The great thing about this one is that's really where we offer our white glove setup as well. So we'll handle setting up your tax settings, your shipping settings, your payment gateway information, getting your store launched, getting it off on the right foot, and really complementing again what the IC is currently doing. And then our enterprise offering as well, that if you have a high tier, high revenue business that even has a little bit more complex needs that they're looking for, you're starting to get into SLA discussions, or you're talking about a lot of different features. They're going to need maybe account management or some really kind of custom factors. That's really where we can even consult with you on an enterprise plan, being able to offer them a really strong offering.
Oh, excellent. So at the end of the day, also, we're all business owners, right? So in regards to the common question that we received even before the webinar was in regards to how does it work with an IC, whether, obviously you want to be focusing on the gold and platinum levels, because I would imagine that's where your highest commissions are. So perhaps you can give us a little bit of an idea of how the commission structure works for an IC who is promoting and really pushing BigCommerce to his prospects and existing clients.
Yeah, definitely. So as we mentioned earlier, we're offering our highest level of commission to WSI ICs, and we've actually we're detailing this out on K2, so we can actually lay out the specifics. The really best part is that we've offered an aggressive migrations package that you guys can incorporate it into those client level discussions for your platinum and gold offerings, that really allows you a high commission structure and we would actually go over that in each of our one-on-one consultations and outlining specific details on within K2.
Okay, perfect. So if I guess the ICs really want to start focusing on promoting, have a call with Matt, learn the product, learn the solution, and definitely also learn how to price it, because I would imagine that's going to be very key for their proposals if they're just promoting this section. Okay, Venetia, I know that we're getting a lot of questions from the ICs, so I'll kind of let you take over that side. So perhaps you can share some of these questions with us here.
All right, good stuff. Thanks, Matt. This is great. So one of the questions we have from Mike is, how would it work? Do we go through ALM for development or direct to BigCommerce? I think you already addressed that, where the IC is going to set up the production center in the console, and then they can give the production center the access, and the production center can start working on the project, correct?
That's correct. That's correct. Or and that creates a workflow of the IC gets the commission for owning the client relationship. The production center is able to use BigCommerce to build out that web project.
Okay, terrific. The other question that we have, Matt, is with regards to, I think, the IC compensation. You addressed that as well, right? Eli Bixon had a question on the ICs getting compensated. How do they get compensated? So I guess, how do you pay them? Do you pay them by check, wire, credit card? How does that work?
Yeah, what's great. So we've actually worked with WSI corporate, and so corporate will actually be dispersing monthly commissions, and so you'll be able to see kind of how your IC is doing from a master level standpoint. You'll be able to see how your teams are doing of your franchises that you're working with, and really being able to and being able to work with that. So we're working directly with corporate to on commission payouts.
Okay, terrific. Another question from Mike is, would ICs get preferred pricing in case a customer goes directly with BigCommerce? So if a customer goes in directly with BigCommerce, however, he mentions an IC referral, but he wants to deal directly with you guys, how would you address that situation?
Yeah, I mean, we can work with those on a case-by-case basis. I mean as ICs are in majority of ICs, they're going to be passed on the cost to the client. So we would be invoicing the IC, and then they're invoicing the client. If they want to go directly, what I would encourage is I'm serving as the point of contact for all ICs. And so if you have a client that would like to go with this directly, feel free to make the email intro, and we'll make sure that the IC gets the referral, and we can handle the billing from there.
Okay, terrific. One of the questions Cecilia from Toronto Home Office, the corporate office, had was, how easy or difficult is it to import sites into the BigCommerce platform?
Yeah. I mean, so we offer fully customizable HTML and CSS. So the build process is fairly straightforward. On supported platforms, we're even offering a migration incentive as well, where we'll build out the infrastructure and the data, and then work with your production center or in-house developer for the design development customization piece of it, and then being able to import that over. Yeah.
Okay. So Mike's got a couple of customers that are interested, so Mike's most likely going to be in touch with you or with us. So either case, we'll make sure that these inquiries get passed on to you, Matt.
And I replied with my contact details within the chat as well. So feel free to reach out directly. And overall, very really looking forward to working with not only ALM but those connected on the webinar. We're really excited about the partnership.
Okay, terrific. Mike has another question on the SaaS base causing any problems for search or SEO. So could you comment a little bit on the SEO friendliness of e-commerce?
Yeah. So we've been rated by several SEO industry experts as one of the leading uh, SaaS e-commerce platforms for SEO specifically, primarily because we offer so much access at the product level, at the store level, at the sitemap level. So being able to really deliver that comprehensive strategy, and then as well as really helping you guys tie in those other search signals for things like content marketing or social media or omni-channel strategy, really building out those search signals. So that's something that we're very familiar with.
Okay, terrific. Another question is, how does this solution compare to eFusion, which is Business Catalyst? That is a preferred program or a platform of choice, because I know the ICs have been using Business Catalyst eFusion for a very long time. So how does BigCommerce compare to eFusion?
Yeah. So I would look at eFusion and Business Catalyst as really a micro solution. So you're able to start out a website. You're building on top of it. A few big differences, right? Is an admin panel that you could pass off to a client, that you could give user permissions for them to be able to have ownership, be able to be inside their store that they're working on. That's a big difference. And we we'd be happy to help you even look at what are the advantages for this specific client that are on Business Catalyst, that would they be a great fit for BigCommerce, and how can we help them specifically, what apps would work best, what does that package look like? As an IC, one challenge I think that we've started hearing within a lot of our preliminary discussions is really, okay, well, how do I price this out? Like, what does this look like? And that's something that we're really excited to be able to work with ICs on, of being able to show, hey, this is going to be a faster time to market. We're going to reduce your total cost of ownership, and we are going to help you minimize your liability on PCI compliance. And so there's some real big advantages of really being able to use a SaaS-based platform that can really help you with your clients. And with the commission structure, being able to look at not only, okay, now I'm driving higher profitability in projects, and now if I ramp up volume, I mean that even helps me even more from an IC perspective.
Terrific. Now, in terms of product structuring, there's a couple of questions here. The first question is, with the product URLs, when they get created, Matt, are they SEO friendly? Because I know some of the e-commerce systems generate dynamic, number-oriented dynamic URLs. So when we are creating products, are the URLs static or SEO friendly?
Yes. So this is something that really sets us apart within our space, of being able to have that SEO friendly URL. So you have the ability within and I'm just looking at this real quick. You have the ability to build out the product URL within a short form or within a key form, a long tail. By default, we use short friendly URLs, but if there's a strategy for building that out in another way, that's absolutely fine as well. And then you're able to look at things as well as, for 301 redirects as those are changing. So what's pretty cool is, within BigCommerce, if you change out one of the URLs within this, within the admin panel, that automatically updates the 301 redirect to give that search signal back to Google that, hey, this product name has changed.
Okay, that's terrific. That's great. In terms of the training component, do you have some sort of like an in-depth training for the ICs that you're going to be providing, or the manuals that guide the ICs on how to work with your system? How does that work?
Yeah, absolutely. So within K2, we're providing guides for each of the ICs, and then secondly, we're doing one-on-one consultations with each IC on really training you on how to not only price it out, how to manage it, how to continue to work with that client in the long term. A great thing too is we offer 24/7 support on each of your client stores. So whenever those questions do come up, if hey, I have a tax setting that has a question, hey, I've got an open line to our support line that we can help answer that question.
Okay, excellent. How do the ICs get started, Matt? Is there any sort of like a trial access to that platform that you guys are providing the ICs with?
Yeah, absolutely. So to get started, please just shoot me an email, and I'll activate your partner portal. We'll schedule a quick one-on-one consultation. I'll get you training guides, and yeah, you're up and ready, and ready to sell, and then I'll be your point of contact, helping you really not only be that extension of your sales team. If you need additional support on the e-commerce conversation, and then really continue to work with each of your production centers as we support your ability to simplify e-commerce.
Okay, excellent. And is this support that you mentioned, is it 24-hour phone support?
Yeah, so we offer 24/7 phone, email, and chat queue as well. And you can go to support.bigcommerce.com and be able to look at any of our support that's there.
Great, that's excellent. And this 24-hour support is provided directly by your company, huh?
Yes.
Okay, great. Now, one question on the costs. I know you'd showcased the costing matrix for the 3 different levels that you have. Are these the IC costs, or and if they are, what is the suggested resell? Or do we actually resell that particular price and then we get a commission out of that price in the back end? How would you suggest us to sell this out there?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the pricing is the monthly licensing cost, and so that as you're passing on that cost to the client, you can look at ways of here's my e-commerce package that's built around maybe platinum, right? So we're going to do a 5K or 10K build or whatever that may be, build in the monthly cost into your ongoing retainer. And so you're able to mark that up. What we're doing is we're giving commissions based on the monthly subscriptions directly to the ICs.
Okay, terrific, terrific. I think we're a little bit out of time here, Matt, and I think that's all the questions that we have for now, but this has been a terrific session. Thank you so much. It's been really in-depth. This is a really good sort of like a top-level dive into BigCommerce. Once again, thanks, Matt, for coming on board for this particular webinar. It's definitely been tons of information. I know the whole e-commerce side of things is a burning topic for the ICs, so probably might have you in for one of our follow-up webinars later on, but this has been a terrific session. Thanks for coming on, Matt. Appreciate it.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, thank you guys for having me and for all the ICs within on the call. Very much looking forward to working with you guys, and we're excited to be part of the WSI network.
Terrific. Well, thanks to everyone for attending our LaunchPad webinar this week, and our special guest, Matt from BigCommerce. Hope everybody enjoyed the session, and we look forward to seeing you next week, 11 a.m. for our regular LaunchPad series. Thanks, everyone. Have a great week.
Thanks. Bye.